The Ghost of Yotei Legends mode is coming March 10th. We got brand new gameplay in a trailer. I will show that gameplay during this video. And we also got a brand new blog post with a ton of information. And it looks to be way more fleshed out than the Tsushima mode. It has like boss battles now, like a couple of them. I'm very excited for it. So let's go over all the info in this video, and I'm of course curious to hear what you think in the comments down below. Legends is our online co-op multiplayer mode where we'll team up with friends to challenge monstrous supernatural versions of the Yotei 6. It will arrive in patch 1.5 free for all Ghost of Yotei owners. So after the state of play reveal, Andrew Goldfarb, the senior communications manager at Sucker Punch, put up this tweet as like a big W. So, free DLC for Ghost of Yotei owners, fight giant mythical Yotei 6 bosses, 2-player story missions, and 4-player survival. Play as one of 4 classes with unique weapons and abilities, raid coming in April, and no microtransactions. Like, I would argue that Ghost of Yotei, the single player, is already worth the full price, and they also get this like multiplayer package that has like tens of hours of new content, like a raid coming as well. Legends will launch with 3 mission types. In survival, you can team up with up to 3 other players to take down waves of increasingly difficult enemies on one of 4 maps, so that's similar to Tsushima. You will fight to control enemy territory on each map. While you control a location, you can activate a blessing, offering you an advantage in battle. But if you lose control, you will unleash a curse, putting your team at a disadvantage. Each map will have its own unique curses and blessings. Like in Tsushima, you could activate blessings to help yourself, like ignite enemies or summon a spirit bear. But here's more a snowball effect, so if you are already controlling an area, you can also activate a blessing, but you will be punished when you lose a area. So it's an interesting new mechanic. It's pretty interesting. In story, you will team up with another player to tackle a series of 12 missions. And Ghost of Tsushima Legends had 9 story missions, so that's 3 more with the Yotei. That's pretty crazy. After completing each set of 3 story missions, you unlock an incursion, again this new, which is a large-scale 4-player assault on a stronghold belonging to a member of the Yotei 6. Each incursion will culminate in a boss fight versus a giant supernatural version of the spider, the oni, the kitsune, or the snake. Yeah, I know people wanted to fight the snake again. Of course, it's only possible in the tutorial, and in New Game Plus you skip that part. So yeah, we can take him on again. Hopefully, and probably, he's not drunk, so it will be a more fair fight. As for the other members of the Yotei 6, in April we will release a raid, putting your team to the ultimate test, where you can expect to take on the dragon and Lord Saito himself. So they are taking a bit longer with the raid. For Tsushima, the mode released on October 16th, and the first chapter of the raid launched 2 weeks later on October 30th. So now we have March 10th and then the raid in April. So maybe early April, but that would still be like 3 weeks. So, I mean, it makes sense, I guess, because you need to, of course, be a certain power level or gear score to be able to do the raid. So putting it out earlier doesn't really make sense. And if you, like me, are gonna play Crimson Desert, you will likely be playing Ghost of Yotei Legends, switch to Crimson Desert. When the raid comes out, go back to Ghost of Yotei Legends. At least that's what I plan to do. In Ghost of Yotei Legends, you play as one of 4 classes: the Samurai, Archer, Mercenary, or Shinobi. So we got some different classes. While any of the class can use a katana and ranged weapon, they also each excel in a different one of the Ghost of Yotei weapon and combat systems, and can each earn their own unique armor cosmetics as you complete feats through gameplay. The Samurai can wield the Odashi and has access to a wide range of weapon types. The Archer can use the Yari spear, as well as carry an additional ranged weapon. The Mercenary has access to dual katanas, and with a variety of utility-focused abilities. And the Shinobi can use the Kusarigama, as well as a suite of stealth-focused skills. Yeah, just like we saw with Ghost of Tsushima Legends, they basically look at Jin and like make sure that his kit is like evenly spread between the 4 classes, and seems like they're going to do that here as well. So Atsu is a person who can do everything. The classes will have those skills divided. The Samurai being able to wield the Odashi, like the Odashi is my favorite weapon. So while I did not like the Samurai as much with Tsushima Legends, I might default to it here with Yotei. Let me know which class you are looking forward to playing. Okay, this is interesting. Beyond the loot you earn as you level up, you also earn additional legendary weapons and gear as you tackle higher difficulty challenges. Of course, photo mode will also return, so you can set up action shots with your teammate while you're making your way to the highest levels. Of course, a small note, photo mode works different. It does not stop the time, so everything still happens, but yeah, you can just move the camera around. It's obviously not possible to stop the time for every player anytime someone opens the photo mode. And it's also really cool. If you need to unwind between missions, our new Legends lobby will let you practice combat and archery, challenge your friends to a game of Senihajiki, or see if you can set the high score in a bamboo strike. So we have some mini games we can do together as well. The fan response to Legends was one of the most rewarding parts of launching Ghost of Tsushima. Maybe crazy, and I know people will call me crazy for this, but I thought the Legends multiplayer was better than the single player Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know if I will feel the same with Yotei Legends, but I just thought the sort of co-op, how they implemented the co-op activities, how you really had to work together, it just really, really worked well. I love the enemy variety, and they had such clever systems that we just rarely see in co-op PvE games. So I think they did a great job with that. And we're excited to see the mode return for Ghost of Yotei. We can't wait for you all to dive in. We will share regular updates on our social channels, so be sure to follow us for more about Ghost of Yotei Legends as we get closer to March 10th. I have some stars here. Ghost of Yotei Legends will launch on March 11th in some territories, including Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. So that means that also in Europe it will likely launch late into the day, and then in the US probably in the afternoon, because then it will already be midnight in these countries here. Internet connection and account for PlayStation is required. PlayStation Plus subscription, sold separately, required for online play or multiplayer. So yeah, the raid is available in a future update patch version, TBD. I'm curious if this also has some connection with the single player mode. We did see that with Ghost of Tsushima Legends, where some cosmetics you earned in the single player I think also worked in the Legends mode, or it was the other way around. I think that would be kind of cool that some of the masks and stuff work both ways. But yeah, overall super excited about this. It will for me personally be challenging to kind of focus on both Ghost of Yotei Legends and Crimson Desert that will launch 9 days later. I wish that the Legends mode was coming out next week, so I had time to properly play both. Because I remember with Ghost of Tsushima Legends, I was playing that for a long time, and it took some time also to gear up for that raid, and there were weeklies and nightmare challenges and stuff. So I hope I can still put in the same amount of time around that release window with a Crimson Desert kind of looming as well. And of course I want to make a ton of videos on that. So kind of first world problems, but we're feasting good in March. Even though a lot of the March games were kind of delayed, right? We got 007 delayed, Saros delayed, Black Flag Remake was supposed to come out at the end of March. No, that's not happening anymore. Crimson Desert, though, is happening, and that looks like a game where you can easily spend hundreds of hours, so only that game would have been enough. But before that, we can enjoy Ghost of Yotei Legends for a week, and maybe bounce between the two. Let me know how you're gonna tackle that in the comments down below. I'll, of course, keep you up to date on everything Ghost of Yotei Legends. Subscribe, leave a like, and I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.